All right, Ron. It is that time of the month again.
Yes, it is.
Probably not what people are thinking when we say that, but we have a special treat in store for everyone.
I cannot wait to get this thing rolling, and it is exactly not what people are expecting, but it's what they need to hear.
Absolutely. All right. So, Catherine Storing joined us yesterday for an incredible interview, and now she's back. And we get to learn from her over the next few days with our podcast and our. So, definitely tune in. You can find us anywhere of your podcast listening pleasures. And without further ado, let's get to it. Have you ever wondered how highly successful entrepreneurs think?
So did we. So we asked hundreds of entrepreneurs a very simple question. If they had perfect hindsight, what advice would they give themselves?
I am Corey Carter.
And I'm Ron Cool.
Join us on our journey implementing and sharing all of our learnings while we hack our hindsight along with our guest hindsight to give us all better foresight.
Listen along the way as we find and unlock their secrets that made them successful through hidden traffic, joint ventures, and much, much more. This is Hindsight Hack.
Hey there. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I have been working so hard on this presentation. I am so proud of myself. I worked on this keynote presentation. I have been talking about it for the longest time. I have gotten so many questions, and finally I get to share this with you. So this is my gift to you. Welcome to the Teacher Easy, quick and easy course creation tips, tricks, and tools every expert needs to know. Wow, I know that's a mouthful. I promise you, you are going to learn so very much, I promise. And make sure that you take notes. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information. I'm going to be sharing my story. I'm going to be sharing so many tips that I wish I had when I first got started, but that's okay because I learned for you, okay? So make sure to pay attention and take notes as much as you can, all right? So let's get started. Now, as you know, my name is Catherine Storing, and I am the creator of the Teacher Easy formula. I am the course creator queen. Yes, that's self-proclaimed, but I think that still counts. I am a best-selling author of 22, 23 books, give or take, and I'm also a teacher and a two-time TEDx speaker. One of my dreams come true. So now you know a little bit about me. Let's get right into that. But before we start, make sure that you turn your phone off, that you close other tabs and get rid of any distractions because we are gonna go in, okay? I did that myself, so I took care of Facebook is closed, my emails, everything, because I wanna make sure that I bring my A game to you and that I am present, so go ahead and do that. All right, you got it? All right, awesome, let's get started. Before we start, again, grab a pen and a notebook. Trust me, you'll want to take some notes. If you have any questions, I'm so excited about this. We have added a Facebook Messenger box near the bottom. So make sure that if you have any questions, type in there. We might be sleeping, but that's okay. When we get up or when we're back available online, we will answer your questions. So make sure that you look for that, and then any questions, you can put them there, okay? Now, have you ever wanted to create a course? I mean, you're watching this, more than likely you wanted to, right? Now, write this down. Why haven't I created my course yet? Okay, write that down. And I really want you to think about that. And whatever comes up, it's okay. It's totally okay. Whatever comes up, it is F-I-N-E, fine. Okay, so just take a minute or two and write that down. You got it? You can go ahead and pause this and then come back when you finish. Awesome. Now, let me ask you this. Does this sound like you? You want to be able to make more money without having to work more hours. You try to create your course countless times, but nothing has worked. You wish you could just have your course created already. What will you learn today? Okay, number one, what's an expert course and why you need one ASAP. Now, if you don't know what that is as soon as possible, okay? Number two, the number one reason you must charge a lot more for your expert course and how to price your course. If I had a penny for every time I had to help experts with that, but let's just keep going. Number three, an exclusive look at the straightforward and easy to follow or adopt mindset needed for creating an effective expert course. Now, you might be thinking mindset is so abstract and you don't need mindset. Mindset is just really how you think and what it takes, what kind of thoughts you have to have in order to develop an amazing expert course. But don't worry, we'll talk more about that. Number four, mistakes experts make when trying to create their courses. And you're going to be like, yeah, I made that one and I made that one. So I cannot wait to get to that one. And number five, the simplest formula for creating an expert course that beautifully teaches your system to your dream clients. This is the thing. I mean, all those 5 things are amazing, but this might be my favorite. Of course, I'm biased because I actually wrote the book and the formula, but I'm telling you this right here is exactly what I needed when I first got started, okay? Now, before we begin, I want to share my story with you quickly so you know how I got here and learn all this stuff, okay? So now I'm going to go off camera because I want to make sure that you don't get distracted and then you really can get the content. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, all right. A few years ago, I was probably exactly where you are. Maybe you can relate because I used to, that picture is like the struggle bus. That's exactly how I was feeling. Number one, creating a course that did not change my dream clients' lives or bank account. Can you relate to that? I was creating a course that was kind of introductory and I was charging. Listen, if I told you how much I charged for that course, you will probably look like that picture on the right, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I charged $99. I know, and I gave so much. But, you know, I was like a 3-month course or something, and I got some great people, but it didn't change my life. And I needed, my students needed more support, but I couldn't add more for just $99. Let me know if you have ever done that. I was not charging enough for my knowledge and my expertise. Somehow I thought that if I kept my prices low, I was going to be able to help people. But you know how that goes, right? We only value what we pay for. Even right now, I'm sure you have done this too. You buy something that is cheap or very affordable and you don't take care as much, or maybe you don't even value it. I know that I have bought courses that I haven't even opened because they were nearly free, or it didn't really matter to me that much because I spent like even $100. I'm like, I'll open it. I'll get to it later. But when I pay, you know, $500, even not 500, maybe $500 to $1,000, then I really show up because that hurts a little more, right? Number 3, I kept creating courses people did not want to buy from me. I remember the time that I slaved away. Listen, I worked on this course forever. I even neglected, I'm embarrassed to say I neglected my baby girl because I was finishing this off. And then I finished, and guess what happened? Crickets, nothing, okay? Nobody bought it because I didn't ask them what they needed from me. What can you do, right? But then finally, I realized that my dream audience did not want yet another introductory course from me. They wanted a complete solution. I love this picture. I don't know why I look like a circus ringleader, but you know, I remember this day though. But that's how I felt on the inside. I was so glad that I figured it out, that no more introductory courses. And I gave them something that they actually wanted. And I I began to create a forever course, the Teach Your Easy program. And what I mean by a forever course, it's a course that can grow with my dream clients. We'll talk about that when we get to step number 5, when I actually share my journey, my formula, and tell you what a dream client is. But once I got that, I created a course that will grow with them, and it gives them everything they need. It's not introductory. It costs more, but they get more help from me, and it changes my life. So exciting. I stopped creating courses that did not excite me. Let me know if you've ever been there, that you create something and you're like, I created it, and you're not even excited. Like, seriously, let me know if that ever happened to you. And most importantly, I created a course I feel very proud of, and that changes lives, including my own. Let me know if you created your Facebook avatar, by the way. That one is like so me, it's not even funny, but that's how I feel. Like, I love the Teach Your Easy program. That course is everything, I promise. Now, today, I get to work with experts from all over the world. I get to work from anywhere in the world, and I have more time and freedom to do work that inspires me. I know that you're like me. I know that you're an expert, and I know you have a big heart, and you really want to make a difference in people's lives, and that takes time and resources. So being able to do this for me it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Now, let me talk to you about this person that I get to work. She's so awesome. I cannot tell you who she is because we got to work together. And she has been able to leverage her expert course. She created more consistent income and has expanded her reach beyond her local network. And she's an amazing nutritionist. Now, before that, she was working like I used to, one-on-one, which is amazing, but it's exhausting, and it takes so much time, and you can only help so many people when you do that. Am I right? Now, imagine that feeling when you know exactly how to effortlessly help your dream client. Now, I would wish I was right there where that lady is right now, but that's how it feels. It feels serene. It feels powerful. It just feels like you have arrived and you have left the struggle bus behind. So you're probably wondering, where do I start, right? Well, let's get right into the training. Step number 1, what's an expert course and why you need one ASAP? So let's just go right into it. An expert course is a complete solution that changes the lives of your dream clients, their wallets, and yours as well. Listen to me. I know that you might be tempted to create some little rinky-dinky course. I did that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got the hat, the flip-flops, everything, right? And probably want to charge a little bit, like some people want to charge like $37, and I get it. I've been there, I know. But that's not going to change your life unless you get to have like 10 million people buy it or something. And what are the odds of you getting that kind of volume right away? Unlikely. So you need that, and you need that ASAP. Why you need it ASAP? Because your clients need it, and your wallet as well. Listen, this week specifically, I got to work on some pretty awesome, internationally renowned experts. Like, they're awesome. They have written books with an S, okay? And I saw them struggle with their mindset. I saw them struggle with something so simple. Now, can I just be completely honest and say it was very simple for me, and I was not judging them. I was just realizing, oh my God, it's like if I tried to be them, right? I wouldn't be able to do what they do. But because I know this stuff, I know monetization, I know the tech that goes behind monetizing expertise, I was like, it took me no time at all to help them, like at all. And that's why you need to help them ASAP, because many of them are taking months, sometimes years, to create something or put something together that will take you no time at all. Am I right? No time at all to put together. Now, their wallets need it too. They're experts. They're amazing at what they do. And also, they need to have the money and the time freedom, okay, the time freedom to give back. I know that I love giving back, but that takes time and money. So you also need, your wallets are also like, hello, feed me, so you can go and do the work that you want to do. So that's why you need it ASAP, because more than likely you're not 20 years old anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. However, time is of the essence, right? So you need to grow your business and you need to help your clients as soon as possible so you can do the work that you want to and you have been called to do. Now, let me talk about this other amazing client that I got to work with. She is a chiropractor. Actually, I have worked with several. So this one, the story is about this person who happens to be a guy, and he had almost 85% of his curriculum done, but needed to help getting unstuck to complete it. Money blocks were an issue as well. Now, let me tell you something about curriculum, because I love curriculum. I dream about it in the best way possible. And I know how important it is for people to be able to follow curriculum and make it sound amazingly interesting, which sometimes can be hard depending on what you're teaching. But when I got to work together with this chiropractor, let me tell you something. By the time we finished with that curriculum, I wanted to take that program. It sounded amazing. And I'm like, what? Watching a course for a chiropractor? I'm telling you, this course is the bomb.com. But he got stuck. So I was able to ask him questions. Why? Because I'm not a chiropractor. I'm not an expert. I don't know the human body like that, but he did. So by looking at what he had already created, asking him questions, we were able to finish the amazing curriculum, and it sounded unbelievable. And the best part is that he didn't give away his formula, something that I see a lot of people do, especially when you create a course and with your platform, and depending which one you use, I will tell you which one I use later in step number 5. You might give everything away in the process of telling people what's inside your program in your course. But there's an easy way to share that information without giving everything away, which is why I have included a complete extra program on curriculums, because I see so many people get stuck with that. The other issue that I helped them with was money blocks. Okay. After going through the Teacher Easy process, the curriculum was completed and the money blocks were a thing of the past. It was funny because when we first met, I was telling him that program, like at first he could charge $697. And I saw his mouth like open wide. He was like, what? I was thinking more like $300. And I was like, no, you can't do that. This is so life-changing. And by the time we finished and I showed him how powerful his work was and he saw everything he was included, he was more than happy to accept the fact that $697 was a really good intro price, and then he will be more than happy to go up to $1,000 or even higher for the second round, because he understood the value of his content. Now, invest your time to get more time. Oh my God, this is so powerful. I know you're busy, but if you keep doing the same thing, still you have not enough time. I want you to think about that. And I love the little brains blown emoji. Why do I say that? How many times you say, I don't have time, right? And you, like me, maybe you look at your calendar and you have so many one-on-one clients. Can I get an amen, right? And you have meetings and you have things to do and you have family and church stuff, all kinds of things to take care of, right? But let me tell you something. If you don't make the time to get this stuff done ASAP, you're going to continue to have the same problem. And I'm sure you have heard that time is money. Trust me, it is. So you have to change how you're taking care of things. Okay. You have to make the time. You have to make the time so you can get out of that horrible cycle of working with one-on-one, being exhausted, then having to launch something all the time because you want to have another cash injection. Listen, I've been there and done that. You have to do something different if you want to have different results. Now, I want you to write this down in your notes, okay? I can and must make time to leverage my expertise now. Write that down. If you don't want to write it down, you can definitely take a screenshot of this, because I want you to save it on your phone, on your desktop. I want you to be looking at it all the time. I can and must make time to leverage my expertise in OW now. Got it? All right, good. All right, moving right along. Let's go to step number 2. The number 1 reason you must charge a lot. Notice that I have that capitalized. More for your expert course and have to price your course. This right here. Oh my God. All right, number 1. It'll help attract really committed experts. I know what I'm talking about because I have seen the difference. Okay, let me just share with you something, and I'll give you an example about how maybe you'll be able to see this better. I remember buying a top from Target. Very, very nice top. It was $20. Okay. I loved that blouse. It was amazing. I also had another blouse that I bought at Nordstrom's, and it cost me not that much more. It was like $65. Now, whenever I wore the Nordstrom's shirt blouse, I wore it differently. Definitely, I washed it by hand. The way I hung it on in my closet was different. And I liked both tops equally. But because I knew one of them cost more, I treated it differently, okay? The same thing goes with the people that you attract, okay? I have worked with people that have paid $97 for my services. I have worked with people that have paid $18,000 to work with me, okay? Now, you might be wondering, how was the difference from the people that pay $97 from the people that pay $18,000? The difference, oh my God, the engagement and the way that they showed up in the program. They were ready to do the work. There were no excuses. They were not, oh my God, the dog ate my homework, or I was tired, or I didn't know that I had to do that, or oh wow, it's been 3 months already. There was none of that, okay? They were committed. Like, I didn't have to chase after them. They knew what was good for them. Why? Because they invested. So when you charge a lot more for your course, the people that you attract, unbelievable. Promise you, unbelievable. Now, engagement and participation is much higher, okay? And I touched on that a little bit already. When people know that they have paid, like I'm in a mastermind, I'm in a year mastermind already right now, and I am, I'm paying a pretty penny for it. And you best believe that I'm showing up. I'm showing up for the meetings. I am submitting work to be reviewed. I am commenting in the private community. Why? Because every month that payment comes out of my account, and I won't lie, it hurts, okay? And I appreciate the fact that I invested in myself, but nobody has to chase after me. They're not saying, hey, Catherine, you haven't posted. No. I'm right there. I am encouraging people. I'm showing up. Why? Because I'm invested. I'm invested with my time, and I am invested with my money as well. So if you want to attract people like that, then you have to charge more. And I know you, because you're more than likely like me, you want people to get their money's worth. Am I right? Let me know by clicking on that button for Messenger, and I'll get that message. Let me know if you also care, because I always care. I don't want people to just pay me. Some people don't care. I care. I know that if I get their money, I want to make sure they feel like, wow, I got my money's worth, and they feel amazing about it. So since you are more than likely like me, if you charge a lot more, guess what? You're going to attract people that are committed, and that they will participate, and they will see a return on their investment. I promise. Now, you also make a you make life-changing money. Okay, this is so important. For example, I have a project that I'm working on, and it's called Sewing Unity. Okay, we're working tirelessly behind the scenes. It's work that I am working on to bring resources and finances to the people in the Caribbean, specifically the island of Haiti. And that takes a lot of time. I live in the United States. I have a daughter, I have a business, I have other commitments and family and friends and so many things to do. But I also want to make a difference in the world. And that means that I have to hire other people to do things, to build the website, to set the nonprofit and do all those things that I don't know how to do, that I have to hire other experts to do for me. And guess what? That takes money. So that's why I do this work. Because I want to not only change my life, but change other people's lives. And I am willing to bet that you also have a love project. You also have something that you want to do that fuels your heart, that gets you out of bed every single morning and gets you excited, gets you so excited about your life and about the work that you do. So if you want to make life-changing money, not just for you, but for other people, then you have to charge more money. Now, let me just go back real quick, because I think I forgot one slide here, and I told you, I promised to tell you how you are going to price your course. Now, I want you to, let me just give you this quick tip. I want you to look at it. This is a little bit of a homework. I want you to look at how many years, write this down in your journal. How many years have you been doing this? That's the number one. And you can do that later, or you can pause it before you move to the next one. How many years? If you went to college for this, I want you to write down how much it cost you. If you got a certification via your coach or an organization, how much did it cost you? If you have gone to conferences and you have gone to through trainings, how long did it take you? I want you to look at your answers once you go through this. And I want you to think about how you have condensed or will be condensing all your knowledge. When I did this exercise, I realized that I had spent over $150,000 in over 10 years learning all this stuff. So when I decide to charge $5,000 and more for my content and my courses, it's a bargain. And I'm also giving them so much time back, because I don't have to sit there and go to the conferences that I went to and through the training and read the books and work with the coaches and the masterminds. So that's how you know that what you have has value. And if I were you, depending on how in depth your course is, I wouldn't charge anything less than $700. Of course, I would start like a $697 and maybe even $997 and up. Okay, and up. I know if you haven't charged that much for your content before, it might feel a little difficult. We'll talk about the mindset in a little bit, but since I don't know what happened to the slide, I didn't want to promise that and not give that to you. Do that exercise, and I promise it's going to work with you. It's going to help with your mindset, and it's going to help you charge more. It's just going to make it easier, I promise. All right, I want you to write this down. When I make more money, I can give more to the causes and the people I care about. Feel free to quote me on that. You can take a screen of this and post it on social media. It's totally okay. I'll be okay with that, okay? When I make more money, I can give more to the causes and people I care about. Got it? Okay, awesome. All right, I hope you're taking notes and are learning lots. Remember, you can always send us your questions via Messenger. You don't have to leave. The link is right on this page. And yes, I read all the comments. I promise. Me and my team read every single comment.
Well, Ron, that was pretty amazing. That's a great start to this series of shows. What'd you think?
I absolutely loved it. I love listening to her and just the knowledge that she's willing to share. And I can't wait for tomorrow to continue the journey here.
Yeah, and I know it was a couple days ago that we heard her actual story, and that still just blows me away. I mean, she learned English at the young age of 19, She had 19 years. She was 19 years behind a lot of us, and yet she is an author of over 23 books, helped make over 20 courses, and right now she's teaching us.
Absolutely. It's all about teaching her easy, right? So normally we do our takeaways, but with Podcast Nerds, it's a little different. We wait till it's complete, and then we have a whole show recapping everything that we think about it. So please join us tomorrow, and we thank you for being the best part of the Hindsight Hackers community.